So when we got married in 2012, it was our goal to be debt-free. And at the time when we got married, we had about $45,000 in student loan debt. And I won't say who most of that belonged to, but it wasn't me. And it was a big priority for us right when we got married. And so when we got married, we decided that we were going to put one of our salaries completely towards student loan debt. And we ended up paying somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000 a month just to pay off our loans.
I think part of our motivation for paying off our student loans, becoming debt-free, was that we wanted to be able to give. We wanted to be able to be generous. About 6 months into our first year marriage, he was laid off from his job as a pastor, and we decided that it might get complicated down the road having two of us as pastors, so he started looking for a job outside of ministry.
And it was a really, really tough year for us. I was laid off and ended up taking a job working for UPS on a truck. I drove around Christmas time and delivered packages. Then I spent about 6 months as a substitute teacher. And then finally, about a year after I'd been laid off, I got a job in HR making $10 an hour. And it was the only job that I had been offered in a year, so I took it.
And then God just really provided for us in some incredible ways. I remember starting my second semester of seminary and kind of really having no idea how we were going to pay for it. I had applied for a scholarship through the conference, and I knew I would get something, but I had no idea what I would get. And about 3 months into the semester, my bill came due, and I hadn't yet received the scholarship. And I remember a few days later going in the mailbox, opening up the check from the conference, and it was an exact amount that we needed to pay for that semester of school. We really feel like the church has invested in us. I didn't grow up United Methodist. I joined the church when I was 22 years old. The first time I experienced a traditional worship service was in my early 20s. So I think for us, giving is certainly part of our faith, but I think we've really felt invested in by the church. And so we want to be able to give back to the church and invest in ministries in the church that we believe so strongly in.
For us, paying off debt has always been about being able to be generous. And that's why we're so excited about the opportunity for our church to do the same thing that we've been able to do in our own personal life, which is pay off some of our debt so that we can invest in things that are a little more exciting. We've been dreaming as a church is what can we do if we free up some resources in order to bless our community, in order to advance God's kingdom here in Bowling Green. Now, we already give to the church. We already support some friends who are involved with campus ministry, both at Bowling Green and the University of Toledo. But we want to see our church succeed in this area as well, pay off some of our debts, so that we're able to bless our community. And so as a result, we're going to be committing $5,000 over the next 3 years in order to help our church pay off some of those debts, because we would love to see what we can do and how we can invest in this community.
One of the things we've been talking about with our debt reduction lead team, we've used the phrase that it's not an equal share, but an equal sacrifice. That everyone in our church has a different capacity. That for some, $5,000 is going to be really hard to make, so they'll give less, and some will give more.
We've been blessed so much in our lives because we were able to pay off our loans and give to things that are important to us. And we want to continue to do that. And we want to invite you to join us.